7:06. All right. So first thing on the agenda is announcements. Brandy or Sarah, do you have?
I believe any that I would have had will be discussed later in the meeting, so I think we're good.
Okay. And since Beth said she might be late, I told her last night that would be fine, and we would pick her up when she got here. So moving into old business, as y'all know, we had the transfer fair at the beginning of the month. We had 20 colleges attend, and all the feedback that we have heard, or that I have heard so far, was all positive, both from the schools and from the what was relayed through from the student side. So does anybody, or has anybody heard anything else or any specifics
So the
on the transfer
schools,
fair?
some of the schools responded to our anonymous Google form, and we got some negative feedback as well, if y'all are interested in hearing that.
Yeah, because that's the only way we're going to be able to make it better.
So most of the negative feedback was really just that a lot of students didn't show up, or at least as many that had registered that we had told the schools had registered. And some didn't even get anybody to go in their room. There was, I think, 2 schools who had said they were really confused as to why some of them had their Zoom link and some were in a breakout room, but that's not necessarily our fault. And another one gave us like actually helpful advice. They said they preferred the way that Nationals does their fairs, and they said that they do it with small groups of colleges and breakout rooms. So they didn't actually like set up their own links at all. So yeah,
Okay,
that's pretty much the gist of everything.
So they put, instead of putting like each college into its own individual room, they put like small groups.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's beneficial. We could probably put like, I don't know, 2, 3 schools maybe in a breakout room.
I think 3 should be the max, just so students don't get like really confused going between schools if they want to talk to one or more in the same room.
Yeah, because we had decided moving forward that if we did this again, we were going to do pretty much strictly breakout rooms, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that anybody's heard or wants to mention about transfer fair, transfer week events? I don't want to just limit it to the transfer fair, because we did have like a whole week's worth of events.
Dahlia, did you share with them the survey answers?
I just did that.
Okay, I'm in class, so I'm multitasking. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. That's the only thing I have on the old business, under old business for this meeting. Does anybody have anything that I missed for old business? Okay.
I don't think so.
Moving on to new business. So, lip sync battle is scheduled for October 29th at 7 to 9 p.m. We got 4 single entries and 2 group entries. So it was decided that we would do it with just the 4 singles and the 2 groups. Video submission deadline is October 25th. So that is the plan for lip sync battle. Does anybody have anything on that one? Ideas?
You said we
Questions?
had 4 singles sign up, or was it more than that?
No, 4 singles sign up, no duos, no duos/trios, and 2 groups. All right, moving on to scholarships. Just a reminder.
Real quick, do you want to put out a general reminder when those videos need to be to us by?
The 25th.
Did you say it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm multitasking too.
Okay. Scholarships. They're still out there. Brandy, have we gotten any more in than what we had?
No, we haven't physically received the actual applications yet, just the
Okay.
letter of recommendations.
Okay.
So there's at least one coming, but that's all we've gotten so far. So we
Right.
definitely need to get that pushed and get more traction on it and get more people to actually look at the posts.
Yeah, Buddy had me schedule posts reminding of the deadline on every Tuesday and Saturday up until the deadline, and then one more final reminder on the day of.
Yeah, because I saw that we have one application, I would assume for Papa's, but when I looked at the form, Brandy, I don't see any submission.
The person hasn't submitted their thing yet. We've only gotten the letter of recommendation. So we haven't gotten the actual application yet.
Okay, so those are due on Wednesday, November 11th, at 11:59. So,
Can I just say something, Delia? You've scheduled all of the posts and made them, but that's on our page, not the regional page.
Yeah, I'm planning to go every day and share it to the regional page.
Well, but also couldn't you make an action item to just send that stuff directly to Beth so she can send it directly to the advisors? That way, because there can be a lot of students who would apply, but not necessarily getting as part of our Facebook page because they're not active, not involved, don't know about it yet.
I mean, I don't have scheduling privileges on the regional page, which is why I didn't schedule them on there.
I don't care about the regional page. I'm talking about people who don't have access to the Facebook page. So
Yeah,
they can email their advisor.
Well, what do you want me to send? Because I made like 16 posters yesterday.
I like the one with the picture of Joni on it.
Okay. And what about which one for Papa's scholarship?
It's up to you, that one. It's okay. Or you guys can decide ask the scholarship committee to decide or whatever. I don't know.
Sarah, so you're saying use the constant contacts method on that one?
Yeah, I'm saying like we should ask Beth to either I think what she suggested to do would work better, to send it directly to all the members that she has the emails for instead of the advisors, so that we know it went to the members and that they had every opportunity to learn about these scholarships.
Hitting them from every angle.
Okay.
Also, I apologize for being in class still. We have a guest speaker and she will not stop talking about statistics.
So do we want to do that? Do we want to do that each time or just once a week with Beth, or do we want to do it every time?
I think I want Dahlia to email the 2 posters to Beth and ask her to and you guys write up a little reminder blurb that she can send out, and then maybe we'll have her send it out as soon as she can this week. And then what do you think, Brandy, like somewhere between the 1st and the 5th of November as a reminder?
Yeah, because that would be kind of like the final reminder. Hey, if you haven't gotten your stuff in yet, here's your last opportunity to get it in. If you haven't done it yet, hurry up and get all the documentation to us.
And it will need the links included, Dahlia, okay, for the forums.
Yeah, I've been including links
Website,
in the
but-
posts.
Christina, scholarships, do you have anything you want to add?
No, if you guys want Dahlia to do that, that's fine. I'm on board.
I would have asked you to do it, but you're not the secretary anymore.
No, but I am the officer in charge of the scholarships, but if you prefer Dahlia to do it, that's fine.
All right, anything else on scholarships? All right, so the next thing I have on the agenda is fall inductions, which are scheduled for December 11th at 7 o'clock. I know the inductions committee has met. Christina, do you have any updates to pass on the inductions committee?
We have another meeting coming up. I think it's Tuesday. I know we have thrown around a couple ideas for swag bags and just some overall things to draw people in and kind of recognize them joining our association. But they seem to be really doing well. They seem to be really active, and you know, we're getting ready to have the membership drive next month, so should be all good to go.
Okay. So next I have sign up for committees. But I'm also going to kind of use this to kind of get quick updates from everybody on each committee. But please, if you guys know anybody that might be interested or wants to help out or can help get the word out to join committees, let's push for that. Obviously, it's, you know, a big push for that. So with that, we will quick get special projects. I know Christina, you just did inductions. Do you want to quick do fellowship? And then if you want, we can let Paulette do cultural fair since she's here.
Yeah, Paulette, I did get your email. I just haven't been able to look at it yet.
It's amazing.
So I'm really excited about the people that we have on special projects. It's a really great group of people, and we have a meeting next week where all the chairs of the subcommittees are presenting their formal proposals for any ideas, timelines, budgets, things that we would need for that. So we will get that squared away. We have some really great ideas for fellowship, including like craft nights and trivia and the escape room. So it's going to be a really wide range of activities that we have planned, even set into the new year, so we can really get those advertised and publicized.
Okay. And Paulette, you want to take cultural fair?
At this point, I'm hoping to get at least 15 or more participants this year. I'm really hoping that we can do it maybe like December 1st through December 15th by posting one of the cultures per day. I have a suggestion in that they sign up from November 1st until the 20th. And that way we have time to advertise that we'll be presenting just the one celebration per day on the Carolina Region Facebook page. I'm thinking they can do it by PowerPoint. And that way they're able to put some explanation in there as far as what their customs and cultures are representing for the holiday season. Make it specific just to December celebrations. And if it's approved by Beth and the alumni, I'll get started on a poster that we can put up on the Carolinas Region page. And maybe Beth can send it out to the advisors and give them until like November 20th, possibly to respond on which culture it is they'd like to represent or which holiday. They can do it as a chapter or individually. And these are, again, are just suggestions. We can try to do a sign-up sheet for each of the listed festivals and holidays, so it could be a cross-section or collaboration from different people in different chapters and promote fellowship possibly that way. I can create a sign-up sheet. I think that we'll find that more people will probably just sign up as a chapter, but somebody had posted in our chat a link to multinational festivals and holidays. So I took that and just printed out the December celebration so we can stick it with just the month of December celebrations.
And may I
right
just
now-
say that the sheet that you sent, the proposal is very well detailed. I'm very impressed.
That's where I'm at with it right now. Really haven't gotten any feedback from anybody, but I mean, I'm open to suggestions if anybody has any other ideas or suggestions on how we can get it done. And if anybody knows anybody who wants to volunteer on the cultural fair committee, please send them my way.
All righty. Paulette, if you wouldn't mind, could you include me on the on that email that you sent, please?
Sure.
Or forward it to me.
Sure, be glad to.
All right, so next we have transfer fair, employment fair. Obviously, we just finished with the transfer fair. So, Dahlia, have we started anything?
I have not yet started anything yet. I'm hoping to get some background work done, like on the early college statistics and stuff before December, so that we can meet in December and then go ahead and start planning for transfer fair. And then employment fair, I need to get the list of whoever signed up for that so that we can kind of conjoin everybody together. And I already have a layout of employment fair from the document I had sent Haley in the chat, I think like last month. So.
Okay. So next on the agenda, I have convention, but I'm going to slide that one down to the bottom because then that ties in with what the next item is on the agenda. Fundraising, Stella, do you have anything other than what we've already talked about with lip sync battle for an update?
No, not at this time. You know, the next thing I think that we'll be working on is, you know, actually getting products out there to the store.
Have
Okay.
you been able to work on any of those mock-ups that Mel sent you?
What was
Did he send them to you?
No, let me see. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I have them. You know me. I have to go through my email. I'll double check.
Okay.
Let's see what I have here.
All right. Christina, do you have anything else more to add to scholarships than what we've already talked about?
No, I think, you know, we have about 10 people who are willing to read. So the big thing is just getting it out to the members. And I think the alumni, if they just reach out to their home chapters, you know, be like, hey, don't forget about this. And really just advertising on the regional page as much as we can. And
Push, push, push.
Just push it.
Okay. So next on the agenda, we have hallmarks. So obviously, I've started pulling the questions out for the hallmarks. I've started to look at past submissions for the hallmarks, and looking at the questions and everything off of the guide, both on our regional page that Beth has up there and also on the headquarters page. So the Hallmark Committee basically will be the alumni officer team, and then there will be a few select people that will also be invited to join on that committee. I'm just going to throw this out there. Does anybody have any nominations for anybody to be submitted, or names to be submitted for alumni appreciation award? Or if you would rather not put those out there now, or put them in the chat to me privately, or you can email them to me, or
We can always do a Survey Monkey too.
Yeah. So, Buddy, we technically do not do the award of appreciation. That one just goes through Beth.
Okay.
What we do is the regional alumni award, and what we've done in the past, and if we want to change it, that's certainly fine. Sometimes there's a better format. We have literally taken everyone who ever attended a meeting or participated in an activity with the alumni, put it in a Survey Monkey link, and everyone voted that way.
Okay.
That way, I can send you that information, or that I could send you like what we did previously, and see how that kind of goes. Unless there's another format we would like to go.
Nope. I'm not gonna reinvent the wheel if we have something that's working.
Well, in that way too, it doesn't single anybody out in public, but it does show a list of everyone who has been actively involved when they go in there to vote. And it keeps people from being able to add their names or, vote multiple times for somebody when, because we had that happen where somebody put their name on something and we hadn't seen them the entire year. It's like, I'm sorry, what?
Okay. And that's fair. Yeah, I definitely think that, only people that have been active and have been involved should be the people that get put in for that award. So I'm completely on board with that.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to reach out to Beth, if you want to then at that point nominate the same person that she is nominating, or if we want to do someone completely different.
Okay. Yeah, I had that on my to-do list, is to reach out to Beth and kind of see what her thoughts were as far as that.
Because it's always nice to like nominate a different person, so like you could share the so two people can get recognized instead of one, but that also lets you know who Beth is nominating to see if, well, do we nominate the same person? Do you nominate a different person?
And then do we so in the past, do you do one, do you do two, do you limit it to, I mean, how have we done that? Because when I went back and I pulled the previous years, like one year has like 5 and one year has like 3, and then one year has like 3 submissions, but only 2 people got the award and 1 person got an honorable mention.
No, this is for the region, but it's not for our association. Every chapter used to be able to nominate an alumni.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, like I won for York Tech. Like York Tech nominated me one year, and that's how I won. But you got to realize also they changed the Alumni Award of Appreciation last year. So now what that one year we had like 6 people win that one year, and now literally only one person can win for the entire division.
The entire
the one
division.
Beth is doing.
Yeah. So it's
Right,
no longer
that's-
just a regional thing. It's the entire division.
Right. That's the headquarters
Yeah.
one, right? Where only one person can win.
Yes.
But
Yes.
is there
So the regional level, we can nominate someone. Every single chapter in the in our region can nominate an alumni. So
okay, so
that's
it's
how you get the multiple ones.
okay, so those nominations do not all come specifically from us.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Sorry, that was my misinterpretation then. Okay.
Trust me, this has been an ongoing issue with trying to understand which ones we can put in nominations for, which one we can't, because it was either last year or the year before that we were working on something that we weren't even able to submit.
It was the year before.
But we were told that we had to do that
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
wrong information by
Right.
someone who was guiding.
Yeah. So it's been a journey getting through this whole process. So, but that's why I sent you everything that I had, just so you had it, but it can be kind of confusing now. And that's why I suggested we make sure we look at the questions that are being asked and the actual award.
Yes. Okay, cool. That's all I have on hallmarks. Anybody have anything else? Sarah, Brandy, Christina, you guys, Stella, you guys have all been down this road before.
No,
Okay.
I don't have anything right now.
To review, right, Brandy?
That's all we're doing. We are doing no writing. We are only reviewing.
Yes, I know. And that is 100% my intention as well. That y'all will just be editing and reviewing. You will be our editors.
Yes.
Be
And-
nice to us and make sure that you turn your homework in early enough for us to do that.
Yes. And the Oxford comma is your friend.
The what?
We also have the option of always sending it to Sarah Oswald, who's always who's an alumni for us and has always graciously said, "Hey, send us your stuff and I'll read it." So, if we give her enough time, she can read it and make comments.
Yeah. So that way there's 3 different sets of eyes before we actually submit it.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's actually a little earlier than what it usually is. This year it's the 20th, and normally it's like the last week.
Yeah, I
of
think
January,
deadline's the
so-
20th or the 21st, right?
Yeah, they moved it up.
Yeah, I think it's the 20th. So it's a little earlier than it usually is, I feel like.
Okay. So, and just so I know when I'm writing these, the awards are for January 1st of 20 through December 31st of 20, correct?
Right. It is only
It'll be
for
the
this
20
year.
Correct.
It'll be the
It
2021
is only
award.
this year. So everything in 2020.
Right, but it will be called the 2021 award, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
Because that was the one thing that was confusing reading through everything.
Yeah.
Think of it like your taxes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like when you
Sarah,
file
that's a
them.
really good analogy.
That right there
Is it an
answers
analogy?
that is an awesome analogy.
All I'm
So
thinking about is taxes now, Sarah. Thanks.
thank you, Sarah.
Get
'cause
those
that put-
spreadsheets ready, Brandy.
that put everything right in perspective with saying it that way, because yes, all right, so it's for the entire 20 year of 2020, but it'll be filed
Correct.
in 21. Got it.
Correct.
Look,
Okay.
he even said filed, y'all.
I know. I'm so proud.
Okay, all right, moving on. So convention, convention is coming up in March.
Okay.
Stella is our fearless leader for the convention committee. So
Okay.
Stella, do you have any updates? Because you know what?
No, because I am the new fearless leader. For
Well, and you know where this is going, right?
yeah.
All right. So we said that we were going to vote on a convention theme and tagline during this meeting,
Mhm.
Yep.
which is, I really wish there was more people here, but
Because it's going to be really hard to do when there's only one
one person.
member.
Yes, I know.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? If they're not here, they don't get a say.
So, so I have. Where did I do
Where's
with
that
it?
list?
Ah, there's a list.
So wasn't there a list set?
So I have a list. I don't know if there's any other. Was there a Google Doc or a forum created to ask for theme and ideas?
I believe
Yes,
so.
there was a Survey Monkey link that went out through email for ideas and posted on our Facebook page.
Okay. And who has the results on that?
I sent them to you.
Okay,
Yes.
that's the list that you sent me.
That's
Got it.
Ah, there it is.
Okay. All right.
I
so,
gave everyone the longest opportunity that I could, but eventually I had to come up with the list. So
Yep.
I gave them till about either 5:30 and sent you the list.
Okay. Yep. And I have that list.
And is this for tagline and theme?
Correct.
Okay.
Because, some people can come up with like a phrase that means something, but not necessarily an overall idea or, you know.
Okay. So I am just going to
Such a goofball.
I am just going to go down this list of ideas that was submitted. So we have 2020 Gatsby Masquerade, hashtag Gats to be masked. High School Musical, we're all in this together. 2021, the year we took the decade back. 20th anniversary is the platinum anniversary. Masked Up and Progress. All the Glitter and Shine. 2020, the remix. Operation Lockdown Success. And I think this is more of a tagline. The past is past, the present is paused, and the future will be played.
I have a feeling some people just put ideas maybe to spur inspiration kind of thing.
I think so too. And then the last one is we learn more in crisis than in comfort. So that is the list. That is the list we have.
And full disclosure, I did not do the one with glitter. Just to put that out there.
Buddy, can you send me the list so I can add it into the meeting minutes?
I can.
Thank you.
So does anything jump out at anybody?
I like the last one. The past is paused. The past is past, the present is paused, and the future is to be played, or something like that.
I think
And
that'd
the
make a nice
future.
tagline.
Yeah, that would make a nice tagline, and I would think that the theme, I don't know, I like the Great Gatsby. Only because this was supposed to be 1920s.
Mm-hmm. And we're literally living it.
Yeah. And so I just think that would be just a carry through.
Mm-hmm.
And it would also help with, things that we have already purchased.
Yeah. which is where the one that says that the 2020, the remix, is kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't want to relive 2020.
I
Yeah.
don't think anybody wants to relive 2020. I know I don't.
So
And it's interesting the way that they did like the 2021, because they did 2020 and then they did NE at the end, so that way it's like a 1, but yet it's still a 0. So that was
That is
different.
actually the Olympics. If you look on things for the Olympics, that's how they're advertising it. Since the 2020 was supposed to be the Olympic year,
Mhm.
they added the 1.
Interesting.
Huh. Okay. Any other ideas? Paulette, we're not hearing from you.
You got to represent.
Yeah.
I like the last tagline.
So we learn more in crisis than in comfort.
Or
Yes.
the past, that one.
Yep. I do like that tagline.
Okay.
I don't know what to say about the theme. I just 2020 has been so horrible. I don't want anything 2020 attached to it, but High School Musical, no. What was one was platinum, something platinum.
Yeah, the 20th anniversary.
20th anniversary is the
yeah.
platinum. They're basically just saying that a 20th anniversary, the gifts are supposed to be platinum, I guess, according to the anniversary chart
Gotcha.
of gifting or whatever.
Yeah, and whereas this year was the region, next year is the alumni's 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
So at least all of our decor that we made this year will come in handy.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our 20th anniversary is next in 2021, like as an alumni chapter
Right.
or alumni
Right.
association. So we'll be 20 years old next year.
Gotcha.
So okay. So I guess we'll put it to a vote.
I mean, do we want to take out anything that we absolutely just like hate right off the bat and just kind of narrow it down that way?
Yeah,
High School
I
Musical?
think we get rid of that school musical. Personally.
Okay.
That's just me.
No, I kind of agree with y'all.
Buddy, do you have the option to make a poll, right?
Yeah, I tried that earlier.
Uh-huh.
That's one thing I haven't mastered yet.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
All right.
Because I think depending on which tagline we go with, we might be able to take some of these ideas and mix and match them, or kind of come up with like a combined idea for them.
All right. So are we saying that those last two are taglines, correct?
I totally see those as taglines.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to make a poll for tagline.
And there's the best.
Hey,
Hi.
Beth.
Hey, sorry I'm late.
It's all right.
Chapter meeting.
At least you're here.
I am.
How was the chapter meeting?
It was good. It was new member orientation as well. So we
Ooh,
had
fun.
Oh,
15 people on the call. I'm pretty good with that.
What?
Right? Yeah. So I have a whole new to-do list now, which is usually for those meetings. Anyway, so what I missed.
We're going over.
We're at the best part.
Oh, okay.
Convention tagline and theme.
Okay.
Buddy, do you want to read Beth the list of the submissions we got?
Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
Multitasking.
So the theme ideas that we got were 2020 Gatsby Masquerade with hashtag Gats to be masked. High School Musical we threw out. 2021 with one spelled O-0-N-E, the year we took the decade back. 20th anniversary is the platinum anniversary, just kind of like an idea, something along the lines with the platinum gift, I guess, for the 20th anniversary. Masked Up in Progress, all the glitter and shine. 2020 the remix. Operation Lockdown Success. And then the two taglines that we feel are pretty much taglines is the past is the past, the present is paused, and the future will be played. And we learn more in crisis than in comfort.
Oh, I like that one.
So I am actually working on a poll right now
Okay.
so that we can vote on a tagline and then go from there.
Okay.
So if you want, Beth, if you're ready, if it's not rushing you too much, if you want to go ahead and share whatever announcements you may have.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really have a whole lot. We did add some new workshops to November. If we don't get anybody to sign up, then obviously I'll just cancel them. But there was a little bit of feedback from advisors that they wanted a writing tips workshop, about individual Hallmark awards and chapter Hallmark awards. And so, and it, based on the way I sent the thing, it looked like Friday afternoons were the best time for a lot of people. So we've set those up for in November, and they were in your email. One of the emails that you got from me, I don't know when, in the last couple of days, I think. I know I've been pushing emails out this week. And so the first one is going to be just writing tips, and they're only an hour. So these are not going to be long drawn out anything. The second week is Johanna Williams is on board at this point to talk about the 5-star chapter plan, because we feel like people probably have questions about that. Ending up the year, did they participate in something, or did they do a regional thing, or did they whatever, and is this going to count because it was virtual and that sort of thing. So Joanna's going to talk about that, and then I'm going to talk about understanding regional awards, because a lot of times people don't compete for the regional stuff because they don't even realize it's available, basically, because they don't read the package and stuff. So those two have been added. The other thing that's been added that may be of particular interest to y'all is the second round, if you will, or the follow-up session to the strength training. Kismet is going to be doing that on Monday, the November the 9th. We changed the night for that as well. But it's part 2. If you did part 1, clearly you're there and you're ready to go. And I sent the Zoom link to everybody who had registered for part 1. But if you didn't do part 1, you can still participate. You have to register through the link on our regional website, so that I have a new list of registrants that I need to buy codes for. Okay, so I don't have to buy codes for anybody who already did that assessment. But if you want to participate, Kismet said it's fine. It's not like you had to be in the first one in order to understand the second one. So it is open to anybody who wants to go. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I know of in November. I am waiting to hear, I gave next Friday as the deadline as to whether we'll have a fellowship night. I've had several advisors tell me they want, that their folks are talking about wanting to do it, but I haven't actually received any proposals yet. November the 11th is supposed to be another, just a game night. I mean, you know, fellowship, that's all. We're not, no big presentation or anything like that.
Okay.
So I'm waiting, again, next Friday, I'll know if I get proposals on that and if we actually go through with it. So that's what's coming up in November. The session, Stella may have told you all about it. The session we had last Thursday was about the time capsule project, the legacy project.
No, I didn't tell them. I'm bad.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, never
Well,
mind.
you touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, well, in one of the meetings, one of the
Yeah.
500 meetings we've had.
Right?
But go ahead, Beth.
I mean, I think it's a pretty cool project, honestly. And
I think so too.
especially when chapters don't have, probably will not be doing yearbooks this year. You know, even if you wanted to put a yearbook together, you're only going to have so many pictures of people on a Zoom screen, probably. So, you know, it'd just be a little weird. But at any rate, so the project is past, present, and future, and you go out there and you know, when Kate Santoff at Cape Fear is the one who came up with this, and when we first talked about it, she said, I'm just going to make it a PDF so people can't type in it. I want them to actually hand write some of the answers so that you have that sort of legacy as well. But in the presentation, she said you could put a text box in and type your answers. So I guess she changed her mind on that. But it, you know, it's a place to upload pictures and do all that. And Stella can give you the details. I sent everything to her, but and it was in another email, yet another email that y'all got this week from me. So I hope that we can get chapters to participate in that. And it may be that we do another, I think we're probably going to plan to do another workshop for that in early February, let everybody get through the writing process in January and submit awards. But then maybe in early February, try to do another virtual session where people can ask questions about it or whatever. So we really need to encourage chapters to participate in that, I think. And the point is they will send it to me, but I'm not looking at any of them. I'll put them in a folder, I'll set them aside, and then we pull them out 5 years from now and see what's there. So, but I think I just thought it was a really cool project. So I hope we can get some participation in it. Last night's session went really well. I've had several people give me feedback today about that session with the Leadership Development Studies course. And then we have the last one of those tomorrow night. So Unit 8 is tomorrow night. We'll wrap that up. Beyond that, I don't know. Still kind of sitting on hold about the convention. My best guess, again, at the moment, or still, if you will, is that it's going to be virtual. That's just kind of where I'm sitting right now. As much as I hate it, but I think that's what's going to end up happening. So there's a ton of stuff going on, but I don't know what else y'all need to know. I'm trying to look around.
How's your lip sync battle video coming?
It's done.
Yay.
Are we having it?
Have you sent it in?
No, I'm saying, are we having lip sync battle?
We are. We have 4 single signups, and then we have technically 2 groups because you know the alumni officers are going to do one, so there's enough to do that. But we don't have any duo trios that signed up, so it's gonna be probably the smallest, but we will take what we can get.
Okay, well then I will send the video because I'm going to be out of town this weekend, and so I had to go ahead and already get it done. It's awful, but you know, we said we were having a good time with it, so there it is.
Exactly.
Do not have high expectations.
That's the important part, Beth. That's the important part.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as yours, that's for sure. But you know,
Oh my God, mine was so horrible.
yours was fun. Yours was fun.
But yeah, we
I really
decided last
wanted the
night.
background too. I started off with a desert background, but then you can never see my props.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I felt the props were a bigger asset than the desert background.
Yeah,
So.
they were. It was cool. All right, and then is that going to be a Facebook Live thing, or how are you? What's the delivery of this?
That we had talked about Facebook Live and having the Facebook Live streamed on Zoom.
And
at
they're
the
going to
same
have
time.
it on the YouTube premiere, I think that's what it is.
YouTube Live,
Something,
YouTube
whatever.
Live,
I
the
think that's what it
YouTube
is.
Live premiere.
Something.
YouTube premiere.
So I'm guessing that y'all are going to come up with a plan before next week. Is that right?
That's pretty probable.
Okay.
But no, we
know where
decided
I
to
Tune in.
yeah. But we got the last minute sign up last night. So we're like, okay, well, this is another one. So this makes it worth that, having it now. So now we got to get the mechanics down because we pretty much know how we want to do it. It's just getting that part done. And we're working with Mel to try to get all that together.
And then you've got to we've got to advertise this thing because we really have not advertised it because we didn't know if we were going through with it.
No.
So I feel
Right
like
now that we got the people, it's time to start pushing.
yeah, and I feel like, if you want to open that up to other regions or Phi Theta Kappa alumni to watch it too, I mean, hey, if somebody wants to pay to, because you're doing pay to vote, right? You're gonna do like a PayPal thing or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then, we've got to get that out there as quickly as we can.
Definitely.
So if I need to send something, let me know. Write it up for me. Don't just ask me to please send a note.
Okay.
Because that probably is not going to work. I'm just telling you. But I mean, I hope it'll be fun. I'm sorry we didn't get as many people. I really wish. But honestly, attendance is low at everything. It's not. It just is. I can't even.
Well, we were preparing for the worst, and hopefully didn't have to do that. So.
Yeah. And it's funny because when you said no duets or whatever, Kate Santoff said that she was supposed to be getting with somebody. She was supposed to make this happen. And so because I talked to her the other day about it and
Yeah.
oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think there's just so much out there and there's so much going on everywhere that we're all overwhelmed. But, the thing is, if you don't offer it,
Yeah, exactly.
then you're in a whole other boat. So there. I will ask, have you thought about college fair ideas again for convention? I know we talked about them a little bit at the end of the transfer fair, but going into convention, are we gonna try to do something for the spring if it is virtual?
I think it was last year we established that we wanted transfer fair to be twice a year. And I don't think it would be that hard to do for the spring. We've already discussed like Zoom logistics. If we do it in the spring, we're probably going to keep all the colleges in breakout rooms. And when we got feedback back from the college reps, one of them had said that they like the way that Nationals does it. And apparently the way that Nationals does it is they group like a couple colleges in the same room. They do the breakout rooms. They don't have them make their own Zoom links.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so we definitely got a lot of good feedback from the reps.
Oh, good.
So I think we can apply that to what we're going to do in the spring. So as far as how the setup will go and stuff like that, it's something that we'll have to talk with the committee members about and see, what we want to change and what we think is easiest. Because also, just logistically speaking, we want to make sure that it's not something that is going to be really tedious for Buddy because he's the one who has the Zoom access. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, and if they don't mind having a couple of colleges in there together or whatever,
I think their thing was at least if there's two other reps in the room with them and no students show up for those schools,
they can talk to each other.
Yeah, but I think a smart thing for us to do is pick schools that we know are going to get a high volume of students and maybe put the schools that wouldn't get as much and then have it set up so like maybe the smaller school talks first for like 5 minutes and then the next one talks for 5 and that way the students, if they want to hear from that one school, have to stay in there at least for that other person to feel. Is that mean?
No, I think it's fine. And I'll tell you, my students that went have been raving about that. They one the one guy, when we met him, said, I'm probably going to the University of South Carolina. I want to go to medical school, and I've been talking with them, blah, blah, blah. And then recently he had said, I might go to Coastal. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at everything. And after he went to the transfer fair, he said, I'm going to Coastal. Okay. So what they said, I mean, it didn't work the way that the USC rep wanted it to, obviously, but he at least got some answers, and that's what I said to him. You got answers then, and it helps you go ahead and make your decision, because that's half the battle is figuring out, where do I think I'm going to go, and how much money do I spend to apply to how many places, and that kind of thing. So anyway, but my students loved it. So I'm glad the reps, I was afraid they were all going to be disappointed. So I'm glad that you got good feedback.
All right, so on the tagline voting, I'm going to share the results. So there are the results for, can everybody see those?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so looks like the tagline will be, the past is past, the present is paused, and the future will be played.
Buddy, did you get my message?
I am or chat box.
I guess it's I am. Private message. I misspelled that. I realized when you were saying it, I was like, wait a minute. That's not what I copied and pasted in.
Okay. So this should actually say, and the future will be well played. Not just will be played.
Some
That
formatting things made me screw that up. I'm sorry.
Does that change anybody's votes?
Not mine.
Or do you want me just to go relaunch it and fix it?
No.
Mm-mm.
I'm just
Okay.
saying, if you look at the technical quote that I was supposed to copy and paste over from SurveyMonkey, it's supposed to be, the future will be well played.
Okay, well, I totally missed.
There's nothing that says that we can't tweak it a bit, though.
Right.
We're the ones voting.
No, that's true.
That's true. Okay,
So do
so
we have-
I even missed the second. Because honestly, when I read it, I thought you typed will twice just by mistake. So I took it out. So, all right. So that's the tagline. Dahlia, you got that? Do you need me to leave it up any longer?
No, I got it.
Okay. All right. So for whatever
It's like
reason,
a video.
it would not let me. Oh, that's right. We got video. So it wouldn't let me create the other one until this one closed, which really irritated me.
Mhm.
So, okay, I've got to learn how to do these polls things a little bit better. That's for sure.
I don't think I've ever done one. You're just doing it within Zoom?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you have to go in and create them, and like when you go in to create them, it like everything just like kind of like disappears,
Oh,
and it's weird.
okay.
Yeah, I had professors at OU that loved using the pop-up polls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I don't know where it goes when you freaking click on this though.
Nothing has popped up in front of me, if that helps you at all.
No, it basically just blanks my screen completely and pops up like all these tabs and
Oh my gosh. Maybe
Yeah.
I won't be using it.
anyone want to add anything? Like now that we had a tagline, do we want to use one that was submitted, or do we want to come up with our own? Because I don't know if necessarily anything that was submitted matches up with the tagline.
I think 2020, the remix probably matches up with that.
You know, you're kind of right, because you know what's funny is the first thing I thought of was like a VCR with the pause and the played.
I thought of
So the remix
tape.
might actually work really well.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's cool.
Or a DJ spinning the records. You might have a pause and
Oh
play.
yeah.
All right, yo, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna have to play with this whole polling thing.
Well, we can use the reaction thing
Mhm.
if it's a struggle for you. I'm just saying.
I will.
You just have to mark down how many people vote for what.
I will master it.
But not
I know
today,
you
right?
I am now on a quest that I will figure out how that thing works and be
There
able
you
to
go.
just go back and forth.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should be able to set them up before a meeting when you go into your settings and enter them all in there.
Paulette, are you okay? All I see is smoke.
You're muted.
You're talking.
You're muted.
I'm misbehaving and you just had to call me out, right? I'm stuffing my
I
face.
got worried.
Leave it to Christine.
I got worried for a second. All I saw was I was like, what? Something. All right. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible person.
It's all good.
Christina, she
You
will
know,
be
she tunes, she turns the camera down or up when she doesn't want us to see.
I was
Okay.
eating earlier.
All
That's
right.
why you only have my
I'm sure
face.
we've all eaten on Zoom before.
Okay, so we'll just do this by like reaction votes. So
Okay.
the first one is 2020 Gatsby Masquerade Ball.
Looks like you got nothing.
I've got nothing. Okay.
See, I'm torn between the two that like Dahlia had mentioned,
Now
or the
here's
one
a
that she threw out, and then the other one.
Okay, so there was also Paulette also mentioned, what if we took the whole part about the Great Gatsby out of it and just made it like a 2020 Masquerade Ball?
And the reason I said that is with the mask, if this ends up being virtual, then just holding a mask up or wearing a mask would be much easier than
Oh my God, we could create our own masks on the
Yeah.
exactly.
when we do the award ceremony. We could all wear a mask and literally just decorate the crap out of them. That's like, Christina, you would come up with this idea.
No,
Right.
that's great. I think
So-
though, if the awards banquet is handled like it was last time, nobody can see each other because I've got the screen sharing and it's all the picture in the middle.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
All right, so I got
You just crushed her
one.
dreams.
I know.
So I got one for I got one for 2020 Masquerade Ball. All right. 2021, the year we took the decade back.
Yeah.
And that's the one that has the NE after the 2020. It looks like I got nothing. All right. Next, 20th anniversary is platinum anniversary. I mean, there's so much you can do with that, but I mean,
But it's only 20th anniversary for the alumni chapter.
Mhm.
Right.
correct. It's actually the 21st anniversary for the region.
No, no, we're at 40
No,
plus.
it'd be
Yeah, they're
What am I
40.
thinking? Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
You got just take your 2020 and times it by 2 + 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Good old math.
All right. So,
That's
all
why he's a business major.
right. Masked Up in Progress. Got nothing.
Sounds like a TV series,
All the glitter and shine.
which I did not submit.
Are you sure, Brandy?
I'm
Are you
positive.
sure?
I'm positive.
I was pretty sure that's what that was.
Okay. So next we have 2020 the remix. I got 1,
Hold on, I can't get there fast enough.
2, 3, 4.
Can we do multiple votes and like see our top 2 and then go from there like we did before?
Sure. All right. So I
Because
got.
honestly, I'm torn between 2 of them, and I'm good with either of them.
So I counted 5.
And
Probably what you
Dahlia
got.
has a question in chat.
It was a kind of a joke.
Well, is it mask or mask?
Either way works at this point in time, because whether you're wearing
Literally.
one on your face or whether you're wearing one down
On your
below.
face.
Yeah, just the upper half or the lower half. And then last one is Operation Lockdown Success. I got nothing. Okay, so we got 2020 the remix that had 5 and Masquerade Ball had 1. Any other
Yeah, I don't
ideas,
think I'm revoting.
or do we want to go with what we've got? Going once. All right. Do I have a motion,
No, I think-
or do I have a motion to make the 2021 convention theme 2020 the remix?
I make a motion to make it 2021 the remix. Did I do that right?
Make what the
No, I didn't.
2020 remix?
I don't know. Whatever Buddy just said, damn it.
All right. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So the 2021 convention theme will be 2020 the remix,
With that tagline.
with the tagline, the past is past, the present is paused, and the future will be well played.
Well played.
Yeah. well
I'm
played.
totally seeing a lot of VHSs and records right now in my head.
Which is cool because
So many ways we can make this fun.
you got gold records, you got platinum records, you've got just all kinds of
Yeah.
We're talking about records, but we're only talking about records in a certain generation.
Oh no, don't worry.
They're making a big comeback.
Yeah, that's true.
I've got like 50 in my garage.
I got rid of all mine.
I don't know. I didn't get rid of mine. No way.
Buddy, are you gonna email that to me so I don't have to worry about keeping up with spelling and all that? Whatever.
Yes, Miss Beth, I will take care of that. I will actually make myself a note.
Yeah, I've been making those too.
Okay, so that was the last item on their new business. So we can move on to open discussion. Does anybody have anything at all for open discussion?
I have a question for y'all, just an informal. I don't want to call it a poll because Buddy will freak out, but but a question about the convention. So if we do the convention virtually, is your preference to do it over a series of nights or to do it more like we did honors and just pick a couple of days and run with the thing?
Couple of days and run with it.
Yeah.
That's what I think too.
You mean like in a weekend?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be a weekend, but because I know people work. I mean, I get it, but
Yeah.
Maybe we try to do, I don't know, start it on a Thursday afternoon and finish it on Friday night or something like that. Or I don't know, Christina. I don't have a good answer for what is going to work. But
Hey Beth, I
Yeah.
think
There is no good answer.
yeah, I don't either.
look at how things go with the events in November and see what the turnout is. That will really give us a good idea of how burnt out with this platform people really are. You know, and I know convention is usually like days long, but maybe this year because of everything that's going on, it's a day. You know, where we have like um, a couple of workshops in the afternoon, and then in the evening we have like the award ceremony.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about that too. And, last year all we did was the awards ceremony. But the thing is, we need to do something about regional officers. I'm not proposing a whole weekend kind of thing. I mean, like a Friday to Sunday, like a real one or whatever. That was not in my brain at all. But I thought about a Friday afternoon, early evening, and then sort of Saturday noon to evening, as a just like a working model. I'm not married to any of it yet. We've got the awards banquet, and I think that's going to take a couple of hours, probably. And on Friday night, what we have typically done when we're in person is present those individual recognition awards, for lack of a better word. So if you completed the EDGE programs, or you're in the Hall of Honor, or the Regional Service and Honors and Action Project Awards, Superstars, all of that stuff, because they're non-competitive, we just separated it out, because it's too much for one night. It would certainly be too much, in my mind, in a Zoom meeting to do that plus the Hallmark Awards. So do we do them at all? I didn't do them last year because of everything was just, crunch time, and it was just too fast, and I didn't have time for planning. There's a part of me that feels like those are really important though, because we recognize a bunch of individuals, and their chapter may not have done a darn thing, but at least we had individuals participating in things. And so, in that sense, it has to be two different sessions. Do you do them back to back? Do you split them up a little bit? And if we do all one day, I mean, I know I'm circling here and talking in circles, but I'm back to regional officers. We didn't get hardly any voting participation doing it after the convention last year. I'll just tell you. So I'd much rather find a way to do it during the time that we're together. I do know that we can use the Phi Theta Kappa software website. I don't know, Speak IT, whoever does that. But they will let us vote online. They can enable that for us, so that at the convention, Paulette, I think, would know, you voted at Catalyst.
Yes.
This year. So you got what, like an email that said, click here to vote for someone's, like in this race or whatever at this time?
Correct.
Okay. So it would be set up like that. So at least whoever is designated as a voting delegate would get those reminders to whatever number they send in, which, is probably their phone. So I feel like we would get a little bit more participation. And if we're going to do that, then I feel like we have to present, at least I can have them record their speeches. They don't have to do them live unless y'all think that's okay. But at least give the speeches, and at least have the opportunity for a caucus so that people can ask questions. Maybe that's too much. Maybe we don't need all of that. Maybe that's done on an evening earlier in the week, and then we lead up to an awards banquet or something. I don't know. I'm wide open for suggestion. And Sarah, back to your point about the fall stuff, we're not getting the participation. I mean, we're just not seeing the numbers at all.
So this
Well, the
might
good
be a
thing
little
is convention's 5 months away. We can lighten up in January, February, maybe enough that people might miss us and, be excited for the awards.
Yeah.
So this might be a little far reaching, but if we were to meet in person, wouldn't voting delegates normally go to a voting delegate only meeting?
That's the caucus typically, yeah.
So why don't you have like a follow-up delegate only meeting and use the poll function in Zoom? That way you can ensure that everyone is there and get the results like instantly.
Because I don't trust Zoom and I don't want to be in charge of that plus 15 other things.
Fair enough.
Short answer. Again, headquarters can do it though. I don't think that's an issue. If a delegate is designated ahead of time, which I know is what we do for international stuff, 2 weeks ahead, you have to tell me who your delegate is. They set all of that up and they do all the push notifications for that. And then I would get the results immediately. There still wouldn't be a delay as far as the election. I mean, headquarters has said that as soon as those are in, they would turn them around to me. The only issue could be, which as much as I want this to happen, I'm sure it's not going to happen this year. If we have contested positions and there's a runoff, then there's have to be a reset, and that might extend things just a little bit, but that is not something I'm concerned about right now. So yeah, I mean, I could do a delegate only. We could have a couple of workshops and do just the delegates doing a caucus at that time or something. I mean, that's definitely doable.
I kind of like the idea, Beth, what you said about maybe doing the caucus or something like a little bit earlier in the week, and then maybe like just do the awards banquet like Friday, Saturday, or But I agree with you. I think, especially this year more than maybe even in the past years, that I think it's going to be a lot more important to recognize those individuals that have like stayed active and like been out there and like still did things whether the chapter did or not. So I think that would be probably a good idea to make sure that gets somehow included into the program.
Okay.
However that works out.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it should be a Friday and then a Saturday, totally different.
Okay. I just know it takes a while. I mean,
It
you know,
does.
it takes a good hour and a half. Now it probably won't take as long. It's obviously, I'm saying that it's obviously not going to take as long online because you don't have people having to walk up front and wait and stand, take 5 pictures and that kind of thing. In between. But we've had a lot more people do the EDGE programs this year too. And we added a new EDGE program with Research Edge. So, that's increasing those numbers that we're calling out when we're calling names on Friday. So I still feel like it's going to take its own amount of time. Like it might take an hour or so to do that.
Yeah, this whole
Well,
Corona
that's
thing is
something.
really, really killing my photography.
Yeah. Yeah. Christina, what were you saying?
I'd say, well, that's something. The increase in participation with the EDGE programs.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, even though I'm still frustrated and trying not to take it personally that people are not showing up for the stuff that we're trying to do online, but last night's session was really, really good. Of course, Susan Edwards, is great anyway, but we had a lot of people from like Bermuda was there last night, from chapters that we don't normally hear from. Bermuda was there. Technical College of the Low Country was represented. College of the Albemarle was there. You had Cape Fear too, and you had a couple of the others that you see a lot, but it was encouraging to me to see some of these other chapters who just don't always participate in things. So and maybe we give out certificates for that too. I hadn't even thought about that actually, but leadership development, if anybody completes it, I would do it. I don't know that I'll do just completing level 1, but. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Are y'all getting any applications yet? I'm guessing no for the scholarships.
So far, we've gotten a recommendation letter for both of them for one candidate, but we have not received the actual application yet.
Okay.
I think we were gonna send you a couple flyers and a blurb if you didn't mind sending it out.
Yeah, you want that to go to all members, right? Like all new members?
All new members, and I say still go to the advisors, like any email that you can get it to
Yeah, I can do
might
that.
be helpful.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I already sent that, but maybe not. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Okay, I was just curious about, I mean, I hope people know there's money out there and that they'll try to get it.
I mean, even on a good year, you know, the most I think we have ever gotten is 9 on Joan
Keller.
Keller.
How are-
Yeah, like most of the time you're sitting around 5, 6.
Yeah. How are you doing, Johns? How are you awarding that? What is it going to go for? Did you decide?
It's a cash award.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, and the same person who applied for Joan Keller also applied for his.
That's okay. There'll be some others. I mean, I got to get word out in my chapter personally. Plus, you know, we've got to get some regional stuff out.
Yeah, I was just excited to see that name pop up. I was like, yay!
Yeah.
It's like, if you want all the money, that's great.
Right? I know. We'll do it. Whatever. Okay. And who, I'm sure I have this in a note somewhere, so I apologize. I can go back and dig. Who do I send the video for the lip sync battle?
To Mel and the Alpha Omega email.
Okay. And I have it as an MP4. Do I need to, I didn't record it in Zoom. I saw your notes later about how to do it, Dahlia, but I have Screencast-O-Matic, and that's what I use for my classes. And so that's what I ended up using. So it comes in as an MP4 file, but is that going to be too big? Do I need to put it into YouTube and make a link to that? Or
it's up to you. The other submissions were sent as the MP4s as well. So we just have to convert it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Any other open discussion?
Really quickly, did the advisors give their announcement or no?
We didn't have one because everything that we were going to talk about was part of the meeting.
Okay.
All right.
Unless you want me to
so
talk more.
If everybody will break out their calendar, we can set next meeting.
Is your calendar inside the K?
It's already set.
I think we had
Remember?
said it would be the 17th or the 18th, but we didn't decide which day. So it's a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
Well, the officer meeting is the 17th, so I think the 18th we were making the general.
Right, because the
is a
11th is
holiday.
game night.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, correct. So the 18th of November will be our next general meeting.
Okay. I have a chapter meeting that night, so I might be late again.
Better late than never.
So do we
Okay.
want to keep it at 7 or do we want to push back to 7:30? Give Beth a little bit of extra time.
You don't need to do that for me.
I love Beth, but can we keep it at 7?
Absolutely.
Do you think that we would get more people in attendance if we offered like some kind of giveaway or something if you attended and you weren't an officer or advisor? Like a $10 gift card or something? Or I don't
Do
care.
we really feel the need that we should bribe people to come to these things?
I think if we're going to keep having them, we need to do something.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
gonna be kind of gonna be my next suggestion. So we've obviously tried the meeting every month. Do we want to go to maybe once a quarter versus every month?
Because you got to remember too, if we were meeting
general
in
meetings.
if we were meeting in person, we would only be doing general sessions at the actual events.
Correct, which is only three. Whereas if we met once a quarter, it'd still only give us one extra one, but it would give us that one extra one.
I have a question. Do y'all send out emails to the alumni to let them know that there's a meeting going on? Because I don't know that I've ever received one.
I think
Have you checked your promotions? Do you have you have Gmail, right?
Correct.
Have you checked your promotions folder?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because we usually will send it out in the emails that go through the constant contact. It'll be posted on Facebook because the events will be created. It's out there, but getting, garnishing interest has been kind of an across the board issue because we're not getting any responses or comments on a lot of our posts, and it's pushing us farther and farther down the algorithms in Facebook. I mean, there's people not seeing posts for 3-4 days because there's nothing on it, and it's a problem. I mean, there's 214 people on our AO Facebook page, and we're lucky to get maybe 5 outside of the people on this chat right now to constantly contact and comment on things.
And I've had an issue.
I mean,
seeing
people
some of
see
them
it, they're just not
Mhm.
doing anything.
Yeah.
I do post on there, but there are days. I mean, some of those you'll see when I responded, it was like a week later because that was the first time I saw it.
Yeah. I've been kind of noticing that on the regional
maybe
page
if we
too.
Yeah.
Do we do a email more frequently then? Maybe twice a month instead of once a month?
Yeah, you have to, you probably do better with emails because in Facebook has their own algorithm, and it depends on what server it hits at a certain time is whether you'll see it or not, or what server you're connecting to. I mean, I know I'm talking, tech stuff up here, but they they have several different servers, and that's sometimes that's why you don't see things right away, because it depends on what server it hit.
Okay. I mean, Christina, I don't know that you need to do more emails, but if you wanted to send one, make sure that you start timing it so that you send it a week before a general meeting. Maybe it's not as likely to get lost or something, or maybe people will put it on their calendar, because
yeah, we were also thinking of doing kind of a, like you'll see on some other pages, keep us relevant, like a comment or something, keep us on your page, of doing some posts like that, and then maybe having emails and some posts about people, updating their information, so that way we're giving them the current stuff and they have it. So we're just trying to figure ways to get people more active and participating.
Because I feel like in the past I've sent the email, or the past few times, at like the beginning of the month, so people have the opportunity to get it on their calendar.
I don't know.
Maybe when I get that membership list.
The what?
Crap. All right, I forgot again. I get it to you. I'm pulling it up now.
Oh, okay. Yay, it wasn't me.
No, that's my 50 tabs at once going on.
I got you.
Dahlia, how do you feel about emails? What are your thoughts?
I like emails. I don't really have a preference.
Do you feel maybe though 2 emails a month would be better, or do you?
Yeah, that's totally doable. I think I've scheduled all of the posts that I'm responsible for the rest of October, and I think most of the week of November. I'm still in the middle of making all of them, so.
Hey Beth, is there a way to give Dahlia some access on the regional page like you've given me, so she can help get those posts scheduled on the regional page as well?
Y'all are just trying to take over, aren't you?
We're trying to make your life easier is what we're trying to do.
Really? Because
Sometimes.
look, trust me, I need all the help I can get. I just don't feel like it's any easier at the moment. Although, as I say that, man, that transfer fare was so easy for me. It was fabulous. I'm trying to find it. Okay, so it's under admins and moderators, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
All right, hang on. What the? Oh.
The look is so familiar. I know that look.
Here's the thing. I go there and it says no activity. I didn't look for activity, you fool. I wanted to know if I could add somebody in there. Heavens to Betsy. Oh man, I can't find anything on here. I hate this damn new Facebook. I'm telling you right now. I don't know. Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
at your convenience, I'm sure.
I mean, I could say it all day long, but I can't get her there. I don't know how to do it.
Are we able to add, or is it just an admin that adds?
The moderator has to add.
Okay, so I can't do it. Wait, maybe I can.
Yeah, try
Hold
it.
on.
See if you can find it, because I can't find it. Stupid thing.
I didn't know I could. Let me see if I can do it. Hold on.
Can you better give me some instructions?
Members. Oh, I'm actually trying to spell Dahlia.
Nice job.
I can block, mute, turn on post approval, and remove her. I don't think I can actually give her.
Well, if you
unless
can
that would
turn
be
on,
the different-
if you can turn on post approval, wouldn't that be able to allow her to post on the page?
Yeah, but it would have to be approved by a moderator first.
Oh,
Before it actually
Yeah,
gets
that's what that means. So like if somebody is naughty and they have to have their post approved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
I just can't, I don't know how to get, if somebody will tell me where to go look.
I'm looking.
I mean,
I was under the members, and then the find a member, I typed her name in.
all right, let me try that way.
Like when I click on my name, I can like remove as moderator.
Okay, I gotcha. Let's see. Oh,
Let me see.
doing the same thing you did. I'm using the wrong one. What? Why do I have a confirmed friend request from you?
Probably because I sent you one and you never confirmed it.
Well, that could be, but it's on the regional page. Why is that coming up? That's weird. But I'll go ahead and confirm that while I'm in here. Anyway. Okay. Are you a moderator or are you an admin? You're a moderator, Christina?
I'm a moderator.
Okay. And that allows you to put the posts out there. Yes?
Correct.
All right.
Yes.
Yay. Send invite. And then I'm going to confirm. So there we go.
Yeah, because as a moderator, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Maybe.
All right, I have accepted it.
Yay. Oh, look at that. It only took, I don't know, 2 hours and 10 people were there.
I do have a question. Is there going to be an announcement about officers?
Like,
That's mostly to the advisors.
Oh, hi. What?
Is there going to be an announcement about the officer team?
That's something we need to talk about when a good time to bring that to the region would be.
Yeah.
Because I know we wanted to give it a little bit of time between everything that had happened. So that way we kind of didn't look like we, but I definitely know soon. Sarah and I will talk about it and figure out when a good time to make that announcement is.
Halloween.
Halloween.
You want to scare everybody? No.
No, just kidding.
But you know,
Okay.
we need to do it soon.
All right. So we set the next meeting, November 18th
Mhm.
at 7 p.m. So if nobody has anything else, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll
I
second.
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm
All right, meeting adjourned.
Everybody's
y'all.
all for that one.
Hey, Stella, I sent you a private message in the chat box.
Oh,
Just so you know before you log off.
okay.
I'll get that email out to you now, buddy.
Let's see.